Alright, it's back for another video of the Pro XP 4-seater. This thing is a beast.
Did I make it?
No, you were very close though, within about 6 inches. We're building a cage. We weren't sure if we were going to have time to get to it. We have a few days. We're just going to do a main cage. We're not going to do any bumper tie-ins at the moment. And we have a winch to put in the front. We covered earlier in another video, but everything so far has been great. I've been driving it around the yard. It feels good, steering's good. So what we're going to do is what we're going to shoot for is a very simple, sleek, good looking lower design. We're going to come up, we're going to do the radius, nice long swooping radius down into here, and then we're going to come back. We're probably going to end the cage back here with either a flat or a spike, and then a C-pillar brace in case we want to add on. It's already there. All we got to do is cut the flat or the spike off, put a bung, tie into the rear bumper. So that's how we're going to end that, just so it'll be easier for us to add on to a bumper, because I'm sure we'll get there. We're just pressed for time right now. We're trying to have this done before our next ride, so we're a lot safer and lower. So I think we're going to try to cut it down to about here, which will be, we're probably looking at a 9 or 10 inch drop.
How come every time we have a razor in here, we have to have ladders?
Yeah, no, I have to have a ladder. This thing is so stinking tall. I can look over my Can-Am. My Can-Am's probably only this tall. This probably has 16 inches on it.
Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
It's loose. I wasn't sure if I got them all out, but I think I did. Oh, God.
Oh, geez, I'm going to need 2 hands. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to help. All right, windshield's off. For sale, if you want it. Let us know. But for right now, we're going to get all these mirrors taken off. We're going to get the roof taken off. We're going to get the plastic taken off. And then we're going to get the cage taken off. And then we're going to start with our tubing radius over there, bender. And we're going to get a nice swooping radius on this. I don't want too much, just enough to get it to curve down. We're going to figure out our bend points where we want to start to bend. And hopefully we can get maybe two sides done and go from there. But that is what this video is going to be, and this might end the build for a little bit. We're going to drive it and see how it does. We have the A-arms, 2-inch forward ORB A-arms. We got the winch. We have high clearance ORB trailing arms. We have the 35Zillas, the 4-3 System 3 wheels. We have the 53% low gear reduction. We have a Crash City side-by-side clutch kit, which is perfect. And we put the harnesses in. And I think that's it for now. I think we're going to build a cage and then we're going to drive it. Or no, I think we said we're going to do the drive shaft. A lot of people were telling us drive shaft and cross members. So that will probably be next. I want to build the drive shaft before it breaks, because it doesn't look like something that we can change easily on the trail. Unlike our Can-Ams, it's a couple-minute job. So we'll probably do that before we break it. And then we're going to drive it, and we're going to find the weak links that there is, and hopefully improve on that. I'm interested to see how the diff and everything holds up with the 35s, because these things are huge, and we're sitting at like, here's a 5-gallon bucket for reference. Well over a 5-gallon bucket. So ground clearance shouldn't be an issue. So I'm gonna help Sherry get all this tore off. We'll be back with the bear cage and hopefully radius and some tubes.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Do you want to pull it out? We'll set this down and get it out of here. Okay. Cage is off, folks. The rebuild process begins. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Perfect. This thing's tall.
I gotta use my arm to help my leg.
2 feet of ground clearance. Okay, you're good. Uh-huh. I like it. Good to go?
Oh, wait. Let me take these off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, ready? Perfect. Okay, we're gonna start off with a 20-foot stick of 120 watt DOM. Won't do anything else other than at least 120 watt DOM on this baby because it's heavy. Got the front bungs on. Got the B pillar bungs on. Got the C pillar bungs on. Got the D pillar. All of them. Open the door. Dork.
Duh. So stupid.
Caught on camera.
Just wait.
Might have to edit that out. But if I leave it in, it'll be too late.
I was thinking about dyeing my hair back to blonde.
Probably should. Okay.
I heard that I'm not fine.
We're going to cut this in half. We're going to start with a 10-foot piece, 10 foot on both sides. We're going to leave extra, that way we can cut it off wherever we want. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up here 23 inches, start the roll, radius it all the way back to 8 feet, and then leave 2 feet hang, right?
Yep.
8 feet, correct? Something like that. And we get to use our new swag off-road tubing radiuser. This thing is sweet. We'll show you how to use it. We'll get this pulled out, get some stuff cut. Okay, all that side's stationary, that side's rulers. So we'll get this pulled out, we'll get this tube set in there, and we'll get to rolling. Alright, so we have our 10-foot stick. I marked out where I want my radius. We're going to go 2 feet, and down by Sherry's hand there's another white mark at 8 feet. So we're going to radius from 2
This is actually
to 8.
on this side.
Is it? Okay, so that's the 2 feet mark.
I think it's honestly about the same.
This is 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's 10
Yeah.
foot 6.
Okay,
so
I got you.
there'll be a little bit.
Yeah, so we're going to take the radius from line to line. And one really nice thing about this that I'll show you is this. You can make sure that you do it exactly the same every single time. So we're going to tighten this. We're going to go down till it touches. Bring it back, Sherry. Put that line right under the die.
Oh, under the die?
Yeah. Well, right there.
And won't it radius it there from there out though?
Alright, so we're just going to cinch it.
I don't know if you can do that.
And we're going to 0 it. And then that's where we're going to start our radius. So we're going to go from there. We're going to bring it through and then back through until we get the proper radius that we want. Okay? So that way when we do the next one, we know exactly how far down. Because if I put some pressure on this, it goes down. So I'm going to release that and redo it. And then make sure we're good. And then I'll show you a couple clips of us radiusing it.
Wow, look at the curve already.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
wild,
cool.
isn't it? So we're at 2.6 right now. Give it another little crank, go back. I don't think we want too much of a radius.
No.
It's too long. 3.05 right now. That might be enough of a radius. I don't want to go too much.
It really might be.
You want to take it out and check it?
Yeah, how do we know unless we bend the front?
I mean, we can hold it up
Just
there
hold it
and
up,
see what
see.
the radius looks like.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
We'll be back. Okay, one down. Now we gotta match the other one up.
Okay. Shooting for our first bend. We're going to start out at 24 inch for our bend point. We're going to go to 25 degrees off the bat. We're thinking 30, but we want to check it at 25.
Ready?
I'm ready.
This thing is so warm.
From being in front of the fire.
Fire going up. Like a hot hand.
Test number 1. Yeah. So it needs to go like this more.
So that was more of a bend.
You want to hold this for me? I'll take a peek.
Use my ladder.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome. All right, yeah, like you said, go up. Keep going. Right there. That's pretty much straight. So I think we need to add another 5 degrees to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Oh man, that's gonna look good. Careful. Alright. Took this one, what was it, like 35 degrees, I think. We're gonna hold 17 inches straight up off this C-pillar, and that's gonna be the bottom of our tube. And right now what we're gonna do is 30 inches in from the back, or 8 feet from the front. We put a mark here, and we're gonna kick it back in towards the C-pillar, and that we're thinking is 15 degrees. So that's what we're doing now. Getting crazy with the bends again. Check it.
Check engine light.
Okay.
So long. Measurement for here.
Okay. That's what she looks like.
Right there. Low, low.
That's pretty low in the back. Yeah, right about there. Sherry came up with a new tune. Ready?
It's a new instrument.
Okay, where are we going with this? I gotta go that way? Okay. I gotta cut the C-pillar. 19 inches. Thinking 25 or 30 degree cope. To be determined. I'll let you know though. I gotta hook my Cobra up. You good? Yep. Okay, gotta set the camera up. Oh, it looks good. That is good looking.
Did you see what I did?
It looks so mean. What, you overfilled it?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I sat the bolts here to hold the thing down. I was trying to make them fit when you wanted me to hold it.
Alright. That's what she looks like, folks. Yeah. It's pretty low. So what we did is I sat back here. I'm 5'10", and I have a hand above my head. And we want this to be able to be tall enough in the back seat to haul full-grown adults, because I'm sure it's going to happen at some point. You know, friends are going to want to go for a ride or break their machines. So I know, you know, we made it, you know, at least so a 6'2" person can fit, which will be plenty, I think. Second side going in. Getting there. Progress is being made. I slacked on getting the camera out a little bit, but we got all three middle bars in, the cross pieces, got the B pillars on, got the C pillars on, and the D pillars right here. We're gonna cut these off, end these with a cap, that way we can tie into a bumper later. But this thing is looking good. Lots of bracing. We'll probably come off of here somewhere and up to here for another brace. Got this braced in pretty good back here. Mount there. So I think right now we're gonna work on getting this piece radiused again, and we're gonna follow that same radius straight down through the center as another support piece. And then we gotta do the intrusion bars. It's working out pretty good. It's coming along pretty good. I like it. I think cage to like beefiness. I think it's a good mixture. I don't think it's too low. I don't think it's too tall.
You have to have it a little higher because of the stadium seats.
Yeah. So the front seats sit lower, probably, I don't know, 4 to 6 inches lower than the back seats, so the passengers have a better view. So what I did was I sat back here, put my hand above my head, and this is, you know, enough clearance that an adult can sit back here. I think I mentioned that earlier in a clip. We wanted to go lower. I think it would look lower or better down in this area, but then an adult, Emma and Cooper will be okay, but I wouldn't be able to sit in the back, and I'm 5'10", so I think the proportions are great.
It's still a lot lower than the stock cage.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
6 inches.
yeah, we
lower.
shaved off a lot. I like it. The proportions I think are great. You get full doors on there at some point, maybe in the near future. It'll make the cage look even lower. This thing is an awesome tool. If you do cages, you gotta grab yourself one of them. swagoffroad.com. You can get the dies separate depending on what tubing you do. This is separate, this is separate. All of this is very, very useful if you plan on building cages a lot. So, I love the way it's turning out. We're gonna get this radius, we'll get these copes put in the middle, maybe another brace or two, and then we'll work on the intrusion bars. Alright. Got the grab handles on. A little gusseting up here. Looks pretty cool. Middle bars, cross pieces. Alright, rock and roll.
Just intrusion bars and 2 little pieces in the back.
Yeah, we'll do some gussets in the back. Intrusion bar. Do we do radius or do we do straight?
Whatever you're feeling.
That doesn't help me decide.
A zip tie is radius ones, right?
Mine's radius. Yeah, zip tie.
Aftermath has the kicked ones,
Yep.
and mine has the straight ones.
Yeah, we have each. We'll think about it. Maybe something different.
Do zigzag.
Zigzag. Yeah, that's it. And then roof sheet, roof tabs, weld it, clean it, paint it. We're just gonna spray paint it. Probably just spray paint it black. You think?
Yeah.
It's gonna get ruined anyway. I'm not gonna put a bunch of money into a cage that's just gonna get scratched up. So
We're in a time crunch as usual.
yeah, maybe tomorrow or the next day we can get the winch in it. All we gotta do is bolt it in and wire it. Figure out how to wire it. I think maybe something underneath here.
I think.
I'm not really sure. We don't know. We don't know about razor wiring yet. But yes, this is pretty much what it's gonna look like. Just a simple, nice, smooth, sleek, low profile design. Nothing crazy. I'm sure eventually we could probably do a fender and bed delete, full doors, front and rear bumpers, but
Yeah,
for now,
easy just to add on.
for now we just wanted it to be safe, and because we don't want to make our customers over there wait for us to build a cage. You know, customers come first. But we had a few days here, so we wanted to hurry up, try to get this done before the next build comes in. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna build the lower intrusion bar, which I got is a 42 inch piece. I'm gonna grab this little guy here. Try to do this one-handed. We're gonna start off with this somewhere around in there, you know, something like that. Let's see if I can hook this GoPro up here. Whoa. I'm gonna try to find a good angle here. So this is a 30-degree angle. So that's what that will look like. So I'm kind of digging that. So I think I'm gonna go with 30-degree. You can kind of pick whatever you want. That's just kind of what looked good to me, holding that up there. So if we go 30-degree, that will get us that bend. We'll have to come in, find somewhere we want to put our bend mark. So I'll figure that out now. Kind of show you how I do this. Sherry's not here, so it's kind of hard for me to do it one-handed. Okay. So this will be the bend. So let's say we want maybe 6 inches of straight, or I guess 6 inches and then straight. So I think I'm gonna do 6. I think I like that. So we're gonna mark out 6 inches here. Try to show you how I do some of this stuff. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect. So we got 6 inches there. And then I'm gonna come in here. We're gonna go 6 inches. And then I said I want a 30-degree bend. So what we're gonna do is get my cheater. Right here's 30 degrees. So I got 1, 2, 3.5 inches. So half of 3.5 is 1 3/4. So I got to set in the die 1 3/4, which is right here. Yep, right there, and do the same thing on this side. 1 3/4. Get me right here. Double check that. Yep, 1 3/4. So I want this to be the center of my bend. So I'm going to put this at the edge of the die, go to 30 degrees, and that will ultimately make this the center of the bend. And I'll show you what I mean here. I will take this over here. We'll set it in. You can see this is the mark that I want to go to. This is the center of the bend. This is 6 inches. So I'm going to push it in there. Line it up at the edge of the die right here. And I'm going to hook it up, which I'm going to need 2 hands for. Alright, I have my mark in here set to the edge of the die. We're going to zero this baby out. Use the hand one to so I can feel it. Now it's just starting to get tight in the die, and you can see that it's on 0. So now we're going to go to 30. Now you can see I went to 33. That's because the tube has a little bit of spring back. So when you look, now we're at 30. So I'm going to push this in, we're going to pull this out and do the other side. And always being sure that when you do 2 bends, you get the handy dandy magnetic base degree finder on there to make sure that your bend isn't crooked when you go to put it together. We're going to go to 30 again, and we're going to figure out what cope we need. Alright, now that we have the intrusion bar sitting flat, the next thing that we're going to do is, I stacked these washers a long time ago. This is exactly half the thickness of the tube, so I know where center is. I'm sure there's better ways of doing this, but this is what's always worked for me. So I mark the center here and here. That way I know I get my cope dead center, so it's not all cattywampus. And then the inside measurement from here to here is where our cope needs to be. It is 38.5. So right now we have total width of this, if I can do this here, is just over 39.5. It's probably about 39 5/8. So let's say that's an inch. So we're going to come in a 1/2 inch and come in a 1/2 inch, and that's where our cope is going to start. We bent this at 30. I'm going to cope it at 30, and then that'll be straight. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to come in here a 1/2 inch. Try to do this on camera here the best I can. Be right there. I'm gonna mark that. Come over here. Struggle bus. And mark that. So then when we stretch this out, roughly, you're gonna have 38.5, if you can kind of see that. So that's where we're gonna cope. So we're gonna set this coper, Woodward Fab, real nice one. We're gonna set it at 30. We're gonna set this in there, and it's gonna get coped at a 30-degree angle. Then we're gonna see if this baby fits. That's what we're gonna do now. fitment time. Whoa. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Get that board out of the way so you can kind of see it. There you go. And that is how you build an intrusion bar. And this process goes for everything. You know, usually leave like a 1/2 to 3/8 of an inch for coping. So when you do, say your inside measurement is 40 inches, make the tube 41, and then you cope a 1/2 inch on both ends, and you get it perfect. So that's kind of the rule of thumb. But I'm gonna get this 3/4 board on here. I'm gonna hold this about that. Maybe move it down a little bit more, and then I'm going to work on the middle radius rods, and those are usually like 10 or 15 degrees both ways because they're on a little bit of a slant. Yeah, didn't take too long to do that. Coming along pretty good. Okay, so if you've watched the channel long enough, you've seen a lot of cage builds, and the front intrusion bar, the down tubes, there's really only so much you can do. We've done radius. We've done straight with a bend. We've done them radius, but you know, radius this way and then radius this way. This is radius, but it's something different that I don't know that I've ever seen before. And I like it. Actually really like it a lot. So it's radius this way. Something we've never done. We've done them this way, which is originally what I was going to do, but as I was up there holding it and maneuvering it, one of them ended up this way. I thought it looked cool, so I coped them and went with it. Hope you guys like it. It's different. I actually really like that style. It kind of goes, you know, there's lots of curves in this, so it kind of goes with the curve. Looks cool. Structurally very strong. And it just adds a little bit different level to the cage. Try to stand out, try to be different. I think we nailed it on this one. It's a simple design. Flat roofs are also probably the simplest because there's really no math work involved in radiusing, and you don't have to have special tools to do it. But I just don't think it looks as good as a radius. And I really think the radius looks good on this machine. I was worried about the cage to body ratio. I think it turned out really good. Really like it. This is our first 4-seater build. We have a couple more 4-seaters coming up, so this was kind of good practice. Really no different. Once you know how to build a cage, it doesn't matter what cage you have. All the math is the same. It's just longer, more bend points. You know, you add an extra pillar, but so far things turn out really good. Really like it. What do you think of the intrusion bars?
Stupid. Just kidding, I love it.
So how mean?
I love it.
I have 2 more tubes back there. I was gonna do gussets back here.
Looks good.
You like it?
Looks like it's flexing.
I think it's pretty cool. It's different. It's something we've never done before.
Its legs. You can make a body. And arms and a head.
Those are the legs. Yeah. Okay.
There's no room in the bed of that truck.
Filled up.
You see how I put the 35? Go look at it.
Okay. Take the camera out and see. Making sure everything fits before we go on any rides. Because if we take the open trailer, we need to have somewhere to store everything. Usually we just throw it in the enclosed and not worry about it. But... Ah, I see. Sup, homie? Making sure everything fits.
Yep.
Alright, those are in there good.
Tired.
Yeah, that'll work. I mean, the razor will be over it, so it really can't go anywhere.
Put one more ratchet strap in the front.
Yeah. Okay.
But
That's
the
our
gas
spare
can-
35. Or no, is this our 32 or 35?
Yeah, that's the 32.
That's the 35.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a
So-
spare 32 and spare
That's
35.
the only place I can get the gas cans, and they're hard to get back there. You either have to lift them this way or go in there and slide them, but that middle should be full.
Can we put? I was gonna say, can we put all 4 on the gas side?
Well, the wheel wells are, so they're
I was gonna say,
tippy.
because then we won't have to take them out. We can just undo it
I
and fill
could
from
maybe
here.
get them back there. It's a
Mm.
little bit of a chore.
I was gonna say, if they could all be on the same
I
side, that'd
could
be
do
perfect.
that. Or is that's the gas side over there?
Yeah, the fill side's over
Alright,
there.
I'll try to get them back there, maybe.
That would be nice. That we won't have to move them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the grill maybe, and
Right
then
in the middle.
cooler. But
The grill and the cooler slid up in the middle.
so I said need clothing totes,
Mm-hmm.
a kitchen tote,
Mm-hmm.
winter clothes totes,
Mm-hmm.
and a tote of
Parts.
parts, and a blanket tote. That's still 5
Jeez.
totes.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't fitting. I have to set it in the back seat of the Razor while we're driving.
That would actually be
Put it in the
really
back
smart.
seat until we get there, and then take it out of the
Well, we
back seat.
could put some stuff in each
You could
machine, but usually this stuff is all in the camper.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining it to. So if we take the open trailer, we don't have any storage aside from this bed, and we don't have a tonneau cover, so we can't lock it. Not that I don't, I hate that.
I mean, it's not even that, just keeping things dry if it would rain. Like all of
Yeah.
our clothes and blankets and pillows and
All right, I'll have to figure it out.
maybe
I know the grill and the
the grill and the cooler will be
cooler
fine.
will fit in
I
the
thought
middle.
if we move these over there, maybe we could get the small clothing totes over here.
Mm-hmm.
So those would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean,
and then we could
the
put,
back
like,
seat of the
a-
Razor would work too.
Yeah, or a tote in each passenger seat of the side by side, or
Could you put the tires in the back seat of the Razor, like for now?
well, those have to go with us every single time, no matter what. No matter what trailer we take.
Yeah.
That would
Same
make
with the
sense.
gas.
It's nice to have spare tires. It's
I
got
want
the
them
spare
to have
trailer
their
tire,
permanent.
got a spare 32 and a spare 35 just in case. You never know.
Better to have it than
You
to
know,
be
we've
stuck.
had that spare tire for dang near a year and never used it. But the like the second that you take it out, you're gonna need it.
Yeah, that's how it always works.
And gas, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
you need.
between all of us, if any of us get a flat,
Yeah.
anybody could
Now
use
that
it.
now that 4 of us or 3 or 4 of us are driving, we need more gas, and not everywhere we go has a gas station that you can drive to. So you gotta take gas with you. Yeah,
We're getting there. Just
I think it'll all fit.
I want to put this up front,
Okay.
just so it can't.
Here we go.
You can see in the background, cage, roof, painted, getting ready to go on. Scott's down here making some smart spools to ship out. Got a couple more going out the door. Got some here getting shipped. So if you guys are waiting, good chance these are yours. We still have a couple more batches coming up, but they are going out the door very quickly. Side covers over here. Come on the dirty workbench. This one's getting ready to ship out to a customer here. Coming up next though, you're gonna see that cage bolted on the Pro XP 4-seater, and we'll see. You guys have to let us know what you think about the first 4-seat cage that we've done on the channel, and that's just good practice for everybody else that's come, because we do have 2 or 3 4-seaters coming up, I think. I know we have a 4-seat KRX coming, and is that it? Maybe one other one. So it was a good test. I think it turned out really good. We'll get that thrown on here. I'm gonna let it dry for another hour or 2. We'll throw it on. We'll bring you back. We'll show you the final product on that. And then in the next video, you guys are gonna see something awesome going on my X3. I know we said it was going on Sherry's, but it's gonna be going on mine. And we'll show you that in the next video. But coming up next is the Pro XP4 cage in its final glory. Okay, we're here. It's getting dark. Hopefully the GoPro picks it up. Tune in a couple future videos. This will definitely be on there. But Here it is. This is the finished product. I wish it was a little bit lighter to show you guys, but the sun's going down. We're running out of time. The intrusion bars are a lot different. Something we've never done before. Got the B pillar braced up really nice. Got the C pillar braced up. Got the D back here. Did like a triangle gusset type thing in the middle for some extra support. Radius bar. Probably it's hard to see. I might have to brighten it up a little bit on camera or on the editor. See if I can get my light shined in here a little bit. You can kind of see it. It's big. It's got a lot of ground clearance, big tires. Looks good though. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Adults can sit in the back. It's not too low, it's not too high. We added the cage bungs back here in the back because we're going to end up building the rear bumper for it. So we just set these on there for now. Until we get a little bit more time, we'll build a rear bumper tie-in, and these will already be here. Won't have to do anything with the cage, we can leave it on. But that's it. We have, I think we're going to be filming another video starting tomorrow. It won't be out right away. It'll probably be a few weeks before you guys see it, but we're getting ready to start a KRX 2-seater and a Honda Talon. So definitely want to tune in for those builds that's coming up in the near future. But I think the next time you see this might be in the next, either the next video or the video after, because we're taking this to West Virginia and we're going to see how well the gear reduction, the A-arms and the trailing arms and the clutch kit and the cage. Hopefully we don't find out how well the cage is. We're not going to roll it out, but we're going back to West Virginia for a weekend of riding, and we're going to hit some harder stuff down there to see how it does, and be an interesting test. I'm really excited to get it on the trail. I think this thing is going to crawl amazing, and hopefully be able to send it a time or two. I don't think we showed you the finished winch mount here, but got the winch mounted up, and it's ready to rock and roll. A-arms are good. Got the I think I was telling you guys about that 12-volt diff mod thing, so you can see this is from Hess. Sends direct 12 volt to the diff. If you guys are familiar with that, let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully we made the right choice, because by the time you're seeing this video, we'll probably be riding. So if it's a good idea, let us know. If you think we should tear it out, it might hurt something, also let us know. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Scott's going to be at the next ride.
Yes.
He will be at the next ride, hopefully.
I should be.
Should be. Unless something catastrophic happens.
Yeah. If it's catastrophic, I'm not going to be there. But other than that, I'm there.
So thank you, as always, for tuning in and watching our videos and liking and commenting. Our channel members, patrons, and sponsors up here on the screen, you guys rock. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. And we're going to close this video off here. Tune in another video or two, and you'll see this thing back on the trails. I'm pretty sure we're going to take all 4 of them. So it'll be the maiden voyage with this one and all 3 Can-Ams on that setup. Hopefully it works out. If you don't see all 4, then one of them might be on the interstate somewhere. but we're gonna hope that doesn't happen. So thank you again, and we'll see you in the next video.